Once again, my name is Jordan, also known as JMonster, and today we are playing SFO. A brand new update has been released after quite a lot of time, and it's brought things up to speed. There's a lot of new. There's a ton of new features. You know that Ventress has personally gone through this and gone through every skill in the game and created 350 different skills. This update is a massive overhaul to what is already a massive overhaul of the vanilla experience. So it's definitely worth your time to check it out. Highly recommended. And we're gonna be playing as Markus Wulfhart and his expedition into Lustria. Now this is my first time really playing as the Empire, so if you guys have suggestions on what I can do to do better with this faction, by all means please tell me. My understanding, at least, is that they are extremely powerful when it comes to being anti-large, and they have a few little interesting kind of things, like the meme wagons here, which have a shield breaker. I don't know if that's something that's available to them on the vanilla, but it does take down some of their missile parry, which will be useful for fighting the lizard bros here. So if we look here, I assume minus 24 is just a flat percentage off. So units that get hit by this will only have an 11% chance of blocking small arms fire with the front, which is obviously important. So we're going to want to shift that debuff across the line as we can, and then focus fire on the units that have that debuff. So I'm going to play the first battle with them here. It should be an easy win, but I actually do want to fight this one manually. So I think I kind of screwed up my thing here. Oops, not a live stream. Let me fix that for you guys. Or it is a live stream, but it's not a conversation with you, man. There we go. That ought to fix it. Just let that load, and I'll pop into chat and see how everyone's doing. And my apologies for taking so long. I had to do a little bit of shenanigans with the beta. I had to uninstall the beta and then reinstall for this. And let me just fix my my thumbnail there as well. I'm in a bit of a hurry today, so I'm a little bit scattered. Just quickly change my thumbnail. And I'll pop over into chat and we'll see how everyone's doing. So we'll have to excuse my terrible load times just because I don't have an SSD. For whatever reason, the vanilla or the Warhammer 2 seems to be pretty very difficult to play. I wouldn't say unplayable, but you do have a significant wait time in between your loading screens. So it's not so bad. Gives me a chance to catch up on chat, talk to you guys. So this will be interesting. Now, my understanding is that a lot of these units are a good deal faster than a lot of the lizardmen units. So it might be necessary to use our ability to kind of come out on top here, because the lizardmen are absolutely beasts in melee. That's not something that we want to take very lightly. So I have these guys down here. Markus Wulfhart can Vanguard deploy. Let's try and pair our artillery with him. Oh. A little bit of early harass here. Markus should be able to get these guys. Oh, the meme wagon's not doing too bad. I wonder if they can fire while moving. Indeed they can. That's actually really useful. I don't quite understand why people kind of look down on this on the war wagons. Like that's impressive. Oh, they're just what do you call it? Arquebusiers, not like an artillery piece. Yeah, they do decent damage though. Look at that. Let's see what these guys are at. I want to get those Feral Cold ones. Get the anti-large bonus on these missiles going for us. We'll focus on the skinks with our other. Markus Wulfhart. He's doing good enough. Replenishes 15% ammunition. Oh, that's kind of nice. That's actually a really cool mechanic. Okay, we can get these guys over here. We'll have them stop and brace so they get their bonus versus large, or versus charge defense. I'm going to focus these guys down. So far, so good. Put Markus Wulfhart over here. Try and bring these guys around this direction. I think we can actually use these guys as chariots because they're surprisingly like not bad at it. Are they routing at 112? Oh, that's surprising. It could be that these guys cause fear. I think that's probably part of it. Right, now they've gone feral. And they're stuck in on their spearmen, which is a nice thing. What does this do exactly? Okay, it only applies to him.
Yes, sir. Yes, General.
Alright, so they're doing just fine. We've routed off those cold ones, and now we've just got the Saurus left. This guy's out of here. Guy's back. Might be a good time to redirect our missile fire onto these skinks. Uh oh, these guys have come back. That's not good. Where are my huntsmen? Shot. Can I not use that on them? Okay, I guess I can't. Chariots, get him in there. Bring him around this direction. So far, the Empire units are doing just fine. They're holding the line, which is what they're meant to do. Bring this guy around the flank here. Start to lay down some artillery fire. Cold-blooded. Let's give him extra leadership. Okay. It's a new effect. I think that might be one of the mods. Communicate what's going on in the battlefield a little bit better. Yeah, now they're going to go rampage again. Swordsman, this combination of 3 units are just fine. Oh, these guys are back again. Just go away. Just leave. Just leave Feral Cold. Get the hell out of here. There we go. Shattered once and for all. Skinks are gone. Empire Swordsman, you know what? They didn't do too badly. I mean, they're not amazing, and the Source boys are actually really strong. In terms of the ammunition, turn these guys around. Target if unit is a single entity. Okay, that makes sense. Let's go to the Empire Archers. Why not? Gone. Their lord might come back. I don't think he'll last for too long. There we go. Everybody's dead. And we're going to let them run away because I want to run them down after the battle so I can get some extra XP and money to start off our campaign. Minor losses. You know, I was impressed with the Empire Swordsman. I've always understood that the Empire units were just not very... like, their infantry were just mediocre. They would just kind of fall apart. And they did rout off a little bit early, but, you know, there were some fear effects mixed in there. My general wasn't exactly right next to them. Only 58 kills in the Saurus. We did alright. It was a tiny little lizardman army that we horribly outnumbered, but still. Fix my thumbnail. Perfect. Let's see what chat is up to. Poseidon Chichilodon. Hi J-Monster. What did you think of Pixelated Apollo's trashing of Total War? You know, I don't know if I would call it trashing. Yeah, thanks for the thing there, bud. Hopefully the title's now fixed. But you know, I don't know if I would call it trashing. I think that, wow, it really doesn't want to fix that title. I'll get to Pixelated Apollo and my take on that in just a moment. There we go. That should fix it. But you know, I don't think he was trashing it. I think he was expressing discontent with the direction of the series so far, and I think that that's okay. I don't think he was being like invective or like he has any sort of like personal dislike for people at CA. I don't think he's you know, he's out there just because he's pissed and he's like, well, I need to change this series for me. He wants to switch focus, and I think that that's okay. And he gave a decent enough explanation for why he wants to do that. I don't necessarily agree with everything that Pixelated Apollo had to say vis-a-vis the Total War series and CA's business practices and some of the suggestions that he made. But I do respect the guy for having the fortitude to stick to his convictions and to walk away from the thing that initially made him famous. So you know what? That's famous in the Total War community in any case. But you know what? I think that's okay, and that's the direction that he's allowed to go. And I fully support him in that. I don't really even watch his content all that often, and I'm totally happy to just walk over to Twitch and purchase some premium membership just so I can kind of support him, because I wish that more people had the fortitude to do what he's doing, even if I don't agree with, you know, every single part of it. Hopefully that answers your question. It may not be, you know, it's not exactly a hot take, I feel, but yeah, I think he's doing what he thinks is best for him, and it's what it is, man. There we go. I'm gonna post up our stream in a few different places. See if we can pull a few more people in. Make them suffer through these low times with me equally. Oh, man, it's been a day today. We did a lot of streaming. Had a nice little chat with you, Matt, a little bit earlier on. And actually, Poseidon, if you're interested in kind of more on that topic, we did actually address it in the stream that I had with him, and that should be out a little bit later today. How's it going, Neon Cerberus? How you doing, bud? I appreciate that, Poseidon. You know, I don't hear it very often. I often get people who have feedback on things that they want me to do better, which is totally cool. I'm absolutely open to that, but not too many people stop by and just say, you know, thank you for doing what you do. So I really do appreciate that. Thanks for stopping by the stream today. I hope you enjoy it. That gives us a vigor reduction of 8%. Now that's interesting.
Huntsmen of the Empire.
I want to be able to hunt this guy down.
Them down.
Yeah, see, Markus is on board with that. I'll get ourselves some extra Empire archers. We have pikemen? Okay. Are they different than spearmen with shields? Do the spearmen without shields even exist anymore? Interesting. I'm really just jumping into this blind. I got my update ready to go, and then I was just like, hell yeah, let's do it. So I'm not 100% sure about every single thing that they've updated, because I haven't had a chance to look at it for myself. For leadership for infantry and speed is always nice to have. Cavalry, we definitely need to get cavalry. Oh, a lot of these are really good. There's like actual choices here. This is crazy. For ports, I'm not too worried about that right now. Growth, public order. You know what? I think this is probably one of the more important things to do. Income from industry, that'll be our next one. I want to focus on our economy a lot.
Markus, Wulfhart.
Because that's one of the things I tend to run into in SFO, is that upkeep is actually pretty expensive. So if you're looking at this here, I've done some campaigns on Radius before. Radius is a good deal less expensive in terms of upkeep. So yeah, we're going to focus on like our blue related skills first, I think, and then our economy related technologies. I think that's the play here. Sugort, wow indeed. How you doing today, buddy? Enjoying the stream so far? Man, there are a lot of factions in this. Mortal Empires is really an achievement in a lot of ways. Like, I don't think we've ever had a Total War campaign that like combines this many factions. I've certainly played mods where that's the case. Like Roma Surrectum 2 had a crap ton of factions. Oh, I can't get them. Let's see what we got here. Spearman shields, crossbowmen. Now I want to take a look at those crossbowmen. What do they have? Oh, I can't really look at their stats. I think that they have a better AP breakdown, which would be a useful thing for us to have against the Lizards of Lustria. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. 1 second.
We'll handle this.
Oh, that's better. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna be able to catch them. I did let them escape the last time because I wanted to run them down in the next couple of turns, get some extra money and some XP for Markus. But that turned out to be a bad idea. You know, maybe I should take a little bit more time and try to destroy the army. But there's not too much we can do for now. So let's go ahead and pass that turn. Let's see here. Faction-wide caps. I like the faction-wide and army caps. I really do appreciate that he made an attempt to kind of limit the elite spam. Now they've just disappeared into the jungle. I assume that we'll see them again sometime. Who owns this area? Klaxland does. Well, let's try and... I'm gonna head to Tlenxla. Oops.
Let's go.
So we'll pop ourselves down in here. To our recruitment stance. Let's familiarize ourselves a little bit with the stances here. Trenches. That's really nice. Miscast. Don't really need to worry about that. -C public order. -20 growth. Decrease my upkeep for all my units. That's kind of nice. Ambush is pretty typical. So we're going to go into our recruitment stance for now. We're going to be... What does this do? This is a core unit. Armies may have an unlimited number of core units. Okay, that's fine. More archers. Swordsman, pikemen. We've already got 3 swordsmen. Let's do pikemen. Another unit of archers there. And that'll give some of our more wounded units a chance to catch up to the rest of the group. Wulfhart's Hunters. What's this? Be at war with... What does this do for me exactly? Necklace of Fangs. What's a quest got for 6 places truly is? Yada yada. Okay, so this is like story-related stuff that will give us campaign bonuses. And this one... Spine of Sotak, Lozig Bane, Ghost in the Jungle. That looks like the Wood Elves. Schlanhopek. That's another fight against the lizards. So the Spine of Sotek is quite a ways down there. It doesn't look like something we have to worry about just yet. Maybe we should see about becoming friends here. They don't like us. I think we might currently be at war with them. Let's find out. Nope. But we can't really do anything else with them. So I think...
How can I assist?
Let's see if we can get some sort of non-aggression pact going with the High Elves. Maybe we can convince them to have a trade agreement with us. Get our economy going.
How about a drink before we get to proceedings?
Ooh, that's a beautiful Scottish accent. How about a trade agreement
All
instead? Alright. Let's get rid of Dawn. They probably don't like us very much. We can make cause with the Northerners here. Skeggy.
Tribal, your time of your pitiful
They don't much like us.
denied.
They won't take anything. That's fine. At least we have someone who's kind of
Markus,
friendly to us a little
Wulfhart.
bit farther up here. Maybe the New World colonists. We might be able to link up with them and confederate at some point. Maybe Vipers. Probably important to have non-aggression pact. It doesn't look like that will be going anywhere, because most of our neighbors are extremely hostile. Well, all right then. Watching to see the second defeat. I haven't been defeated yet. But you know what? It happens a lot. I'm not very good at Warhammer 2, and I'm very new to this update. Beastmen Rising, Beastmen Invasions in the mid to late game. This will make playing the game easier for you, or Chaos, or Beastmen. You know what? Why not? Have a nice difficult campaign. Got one more turn there. It's our public order here. It's not amazing, but it should hold for a little while. I don't like the vampires.
Roach, what is your
Can
business
convince these
here?
guys to do anything else with me? No, it doesn't look like it. What about... No, I don't really want to be friends with the lizards. I kind of want to beat up the lizards.
I cannot do this.
How much money do I have that I could offer them? Let's see. No, I don't want to offer you a gift. Aggression pact, followed by... Offer you a payment, let's say... 1,500. That's reasonable for a non-aggression pact. You're not going to get a better deal than that.
Misguided.
Ah, you haughty high elves. This is why nobody likes you. Well, we'll pass turn there. We'll have some extra troops, then we'll head on down to Tlaxla and try and take it from them. Thank you, Neon Cerberus. I appreciate that. That's sort of the atmosphere I try and cultivate for my stream. It's just something nice and relaxed. That's why I like to play a little bit of music in the back, even though it frequently gets me demonetized. That's fine. I'm just here to have some fun. Let's see. Infantry reinforcements. Huntsmen. Ooh, that's really nice. Empire Knights and Pistoliers. Artillery. Oh, wow. These are some actual, like... I want more war wagons. The meme wagons. We could make a meme stack out of them, but... I think cavalry... Knightly orders. Let's do that. Do I get them somewhere? Did they, like, give them to me? No? Do I have another army somewhere? Legend Heroes. No, I just have Markus.
Every
Interesting.
last beast.
Well, down we go.
Ground. Engage
Found him.
targets.
Can't believe he got away from me in the first place. Tlaxla. We'll take that. And Tlaxlan is probably a little bit farther over here, and that's going to be our first province, and that's kind of my short-term goal. So we'll pass the turn there. Not going to bother with diplomacy this time around. Nobody seems to like me very much, aside from the New World colonists, who are inclined to like me because I look like them. Oh my God, another army. It's not looking good. I think we just got baited.
Tigers. Increase
Well.
the pace. Covering
Here
ground.
we go. What kind of garrison do they have? Tiplakar, you know what? They might be fine if we get attacked. They got 7 units there, and we have 10, so I think we'd be okay. But nonetheless,
Are as primitive as they
we'll
appear.
move to their defense. I don't know. They might be okay, or the lizardmen might grind them down because Empire infantry is just not very good. Yeah, that came out of nowhere. I didn't really expect that at all, but yeah, lizards are kind of giving us the runaround. It's very difficult to move through this area, And Markus doesn't quite have his first
greater
skill point
marksman.
yet. So we don't get that extra. Okay, so they're going to give up. So let's go over here in this certain flank slot. They're not going to be able to get there in time. And one army isn't going to be enough to take the Temple of Kara from us. So let's go ahead. We'll take Talangsla. We'll take that from them. But then we'll have that foothold. And then we can move out into the surrounding jungle and try and track down the rest of them. Try and bring them to battle. Do I play Empire Total War? You know, I've never really played Empire Total War. I probably have about 100 or so hours on Napoleon, so I'm not wholly unfamiliar with how it plays because they're basically like the same engine. There's some differences, like technological differences largely, but like I'm familiar at least with the gameplay. But I've never actually played Empire on my own. I bought it, and I never played it. War Fervor. I can afford that.
Every last beast.
This will be a
Ready
minor settlement.
yourselves.
It should have been an easy auto-resolve. Ooh, they do have a Feral Bastillodon. That's something to be worried about, but I think we have enough anti-large
I've
there
got your
to
backs,
deal with them.
so
They've only got a
what's
few
mine?
of the Saurus warriors, but they have lots of those irritating skink cohorts. That being said, we have plenty of archers. You know what?
Fight
We'll try and
with
fight that.
clout,
I think that's a fight
comrades.
that we can win. Especially with Markus Wulfhart, he's got that that nice little ability for taking down big units like the Feral Bastillodon. That should be no problem. But you know what? I say it should be no problem, and then we lose this, and we lose the whole campaign in less than 10 turns, which would be a feat in and of itself. Oh, but how's everyone on stream doing today? You guys having a nice kind of chill Friday? It's been a good one for me. I've had a chance to sit down and talk with a friend of mine, talk a little bit about a whole bunch of different subjects, multiplayer metas, that kind of thing, and now I get to sit down and enjoy a new update on SFO. It's looking like it's going to be a good weekend, but how are you guys doing? War Guerrillas would be an excellent ROR for Huntsman Marshal's faction. Captured guerrillas that you just set loose on your enemy. I love it. Do I play any other games other than Total War? I play a ton of games. I just don't always stream them because the people that watch my channel primarily watch for Total War. But I do have a few things in the future I would like to bring to the channel. One of them is Fallen Order. A friend of mine gifted that to me, and I am really eager to play it. Another big release title that I'm looking forward to is Cyberpunk, which I will definitely be streaming, and Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, which I've been waiting for that game forever. I loved it. The first one came out in 2007. I played it in 2010, and I was in love. No, the UMAT stream is unfortunately not on Saturday. Yeah, most of the people who watch my content, they do so for Total War, which is totally fine. That's how I started the channel, and that's kind of how I ended up gaining traction. And these guys here, behind, like so. There's a layer of defense. I'm gonna have Markus out here. Oh, Markus might get caught out. That's bad news, Bears. Didn't expect that. It's fine. Move these guys forward. Do it, Markus.
In my sights. Outriders! Keeping distance, sir.
Have them focus down on the Bastillodon.
Markus Wulfhart.
They're gonna try and hurt Markus. Let's see how much damage they do. Oh, they do a fair amount. Yeah, that's something to consider. Oh, that's not what I told you to do. Oh no, it's the skirmish mode. It does weird things. Oh no, you're supposed to run the opposite direction. Maybe this is why they're mean wagons.
Take the ground! Spearman! Quick march! The Empire is yours! Our weapons are yours!
These guys up this direction. Try to deal with that feral Stillodon if all we can. Get these guys. If we're gonna chase them, might as well have them go up this direction. Try to bring them over there. Focus your fire down on them. You guys can shoot them from behind. All together, it's not going terrible for us. Put some pressure on them there. Do that to the huntsman for sure. Okay, we've got that thing routing. That's good news. I need you guys to continue to run away. Move in this direction. Chase them off. Good. This way. We'll eventually be able to save them. These guys should rampage pretty shortly. Let's take all these guys and make sure they're focusing down on the skinks right there. You guys are making sure that they're gone. We'll turn you guys around here. These guys might rout if they don't rampage. So if they rout before they rampage, we'll chase them down with our little chariot buddies. Oh, no. Go. So have them chase these guys down. Come back this way because that's going to collapse soon. Swordsman, use what I have here. Should put you guys on fire though. That's my fault. These swordsmen are gonna be in for a bit of a bad time here. Let's see if we can get them over this way. Cut these guys off. But I think they're gonna die in either case. But at least we managed to separate a huge number of troops from their army, so that's a thing. Combat, I feel. Swordsman routing off there. This guy's coming in too. Single entity. He's not a big entity, so I can't really do it. It's just Summer's warriors. Okay. You guys are doing the right thing. You're doing Sigmar's work. Well done, my lads. Sparrow shields come over this way. Pikemen, turn back here. Let's see if we can't save the swordsman unit. I bet you we can. I bet you we can if we can stop them from getting completely annihilated here. Army loss is looking like it's going to kick in. But this time we're definitely going to run them down if we can. So you guys come like this way so we get shot. Where's the Hunts Marshal? You guys are doing great. You can shoot them. You can shoot these guys. You can shoot them. Definitely want to get my chariots up in here. Oh no, they're gonna escape. That's okay. These guys aren't exactly designed to do what we were doing with them, so that's fine. Well, so far so good. Versus at least the basic lizardmen armies. We managed to do well. Casualties were minor. One of our swordsmen got pretty roughed up though, but that's okay. Let's pop back in the chat, see how you guys are doing. Am I planning to upload Rise of Mordor, seeing as it's finally become playable? Like, they actually have enough factions not to be boring. Yeah, I do actually. I was looking at their Discord today, and I was thinking to myself, I was out on a run earlier, and I'm like, yeah, I should really get in there and ride that Rise of Mordor train, because I know a lot of people are interested in it, and I honestly am super down. I've been waiting for Rise of Mordor to be in a playable state since forever. I think it was announced like 10 years ago, so I'm definitely down to play a little bit of Rise of Mordor. Scream and shout and let it all out. I get mad sometimes, you know, but it's usually pretty reasonable. I can usually laugh at myself enough when I'm getting mad about stuff. Your Assyrian comp. You know, I am going to watch that, just directed at Artorias, I am going to watch that a little bit later. And I'm interested in trying out some of those compositions. So for those of you that are curious, Artorias is he's actually my lead tester. I'm the lead developer, one of the lead developers behind Silmarillion Total War, which is a mod for Medieval 2. So it's lots of fun. You can see that kind of stuff on my channel. If you're wondering why he's suddenly talking about the Green Elves in the first age, that would be why. Tell you what, I don't get irritated too often, but god damn, these loading screens, they really do hurt my heart, because it kind of prevents us from doing more battles and more stuff on campaign. So I'll have to invest in an SSD a little bit later. Really impressed so far with how well the missile units do for these guys. Mostly my basic Empire archers were preying on skinks, which is whatever. They're skinks. They're unshielded for the most part. Although I don't think the javelins are. They might be shielded, but they do well. The huntsmen seem really good. Like, they take a bite out of big, large units, and Markus Wulfhart has he's got a lot of damage that he can do. I don't know how he got 49 kills, but I believe it. He's got a lot of missile damage attached to him. There's a big anti-large bonus there. Our Empire units, you know what? I play a lot of high elves, so I'm used to my infantry performing poorly. So this is not nearly as much of a culture shock as I thought it was going to be. I feel like I'm just playing with high elves, just slightly differently. And with mobile artillery, that's nice to have, isn't it? Ooh, one of those Saurus, though. One of those Saurus smashed us up real good. 112 kills. Yeah, they're pretty nasty. There's just not many of them. Thank goodness. Yeah, I did notice that, Dustin, is the loading screens when I did my DAC campaign, when we streamed that live. Yeah, their turn times were pretty brutal. And I've never had that experience before. Missiles as usual are way superior. Yeah, that's very true. If I'm not mistaken, that's Fluffy Duck right there. How's it going, Fluffy? That's one of the things that like stops me, I think, from embracing Warhammer the way that I've embraced Medieval 2, is that I like infantry fights and I like big grindy matchups like that. Whereas the meta in Warhammer 2 tends to revolve around large entities, heroes, and missiles, which is fine. It's super entertaining to play and to watch people play. Like, I'm a big fan of like Turin and Indy Prine's channel. Like, I watch their streams all the time. But personal preference, like games that I really want to like throw a lot of time behind, generally play a little bit more like Medieval 2. That being said, I can't hate it too much. I'm here playing Warhammer 2 as a missile-oriented faction, so. Oh, we really shut down those Cold One Riders. Only one kill. I am shocked by that. I honestly am, because those are normally like, I think that's the Spear Riders. They're anti-large, but like their charge is pretty good, and they're still like Saurus mounted on Cold Ones. So it's dinos riding dinos. It's a lot of teeth. Only one kill though. Well done. Can't see it, but I'm dabbing right now. That's where my whole audience just disappears. Fuck this guy. Let's see here. Ready here. Back on the campaign map. Beautiful victory. Look at that. I ain't even mad. We're gonna occupy it just because I want to keep my public order down as much as I can. I can already see that it's rising quite quickly, and I'm not too sure how we're gonna deal with that. Maybe necessary to make like a smaller army or like just a general or something, but that will really tank our economy. My military activity has heightened the enemy's aggression towards the expedition, increasing the hostility level. Imperial supplies will now be dispatched more often. Hey, I love it. When do I get my Imperial supplies? I'm a little bit curious about that. Imperial supplies are dispatched at low frequency. Oh wow, that has effects on our public order. Condemned. My warmongering ways have put me right at the top of the enemy's hit list. Oh, it's only gonna get worse. It'll be interesting to see how we balance that. I wonder if this is my first time playing as Markus, so I don't know if that's vanilla thing or if that's an SFO specific mechanic, but that'll be interesting. Oh, thank goodness, Markus leveled up. Now we can get Route Marcher. Just gonna make our life a little bit easier. Focus shot, minus 25% cooldown. That's kind of cool. Melee defense. Ideally, we won't get him hit. I think like Iron Disciplinarian, looking at some of these debuffs here, and that's just only going to increase as we become more and more belligerent, and our neighbors kind of catch on to the fact that we're a hostile power bent on conquest. It's going to be important to offset this a little bit, so. Let's see here. Can I do anything else? No, I can't, and this is a weaving house. That's a lot of money. Yeah, we're going to stick to that. Alright. Well, let's see. These guys are a little bit more inclined.
Come in peace and let us chew the fat.
Nope, apparently not. What about
How
these ugly knife
chosen
ears?
words
Probably
and
not.
Fine wine of
Yes?
a man wise.
What? Why do you hate me so much? Payment. Let's offer them a little gift. Just a little gift.
Most astute.
How kind. You shouldn't have, really. Oh, I guess he was serious because it's not actually improving. Oh, never mind. It is. There we go. 10. Hey. All right. Go ahead and pass that. Legend of Total War summed it up well. Front row units in melee from entire fight. They get tired quickly while missile units get to Daka. Yeah, no, he does actually bring some really good points up. And I think the most significant part is that your ranged units are always attacking with their full unit, whereas melee units attack with whatever you have spread out on your front line. I don't want to mess with my public order. It's already pretty bad, so we're gonna decline that.
Markus, Wulfhart.
I need to find something to get rid of the chaos corruption, because that's undoubtedly adding to it. Corruption, yeah, -1 right there. Provincial instability, that'll go away after a little while. It's down to -2, which is good. No, I don't want a lord. Can I get any heroes? No, not yet. I don't have the necessary buildings. I wonder. Basic training. -3 attack, -8%. Strength for Empire Knights. That's actually kind of nice. Volgar Ludendorff.
I serve Sigmar.
Oh,
Praise be to
okay.
Sigmar.
That hit us a little bit. But I think the garrison, their troops will be reduced. The garrison here with a lord leading them are just fine.
No greater
Um,
marksman.
Before we move on towards the capital of Plaxland, I'm definitely going to want to get a couple extra units here. So we'll get a couple of crossbowmen. And I think some spearmen with shields. Because we have been facing down a lot of skink-heavy armies. And the skinks constitute most of their missile troops. And our pikemen are certainly vulnerable to that. So I need a few more frontline troops, things that can stand up to that a little bit better. So I think the spearmen are the way to go forward there, along with some crossbows. Actually, while I'm here, let's take a quick look at the
Markus,
crossbows and look at
Wulfhart.
what their damage spread is like. Because I suspect it's... Hey, what are you doing, bud? Okay, I just want to look at your stats. Is that so wrong? Yeah, okay, so maybe that's a little bit of a bug there. So it doesn't seem to want to pin the stats, but I want to take a look at their missile strength and see if they have a good spread of armor piercing, because that's kind of what I'm after.
Monster hunter.
Let's try that one more time. I just need to know. What's the problem? Why you gotta do this to me? You're doing me dirty. Okay, fine. It's a mystery. It will remain a mystery. Go ahead and pass that. Public order is just a number. That's true. Age is just a number. Ugh, it's a number that matters, though. Just like public order. Oh boy. Dustin's already going on about Imladris. I'm sorry. This is not the right universe for that. If you're here for big shiny high elves and silver armor, well, you're definitely looking at the wrong video. I used to play elves that are good in melee. I'm used to playing elves that are good in melee, not having them have less skill than orcs in melee. Oh, are we talking about DCI? Let's see here. Favor of Talabecland. Increase favor from Talabecland. State may lead to special rewards. Talabecland. If I am not mistaken, Talabecland is where Karaberg is located, which means greatswords. I think. Hawkland. Hawkland has a lot of missile units, which will be really nice, including gunners and things like that. Instantly increased hostility level. Let's not go for that. Ostermark. I don't really know what Ostermark does well, but I want to avoid this for now. Recruitment costs, diverted supplies, imperial supplies delayed by 5 turns. Okay. We'll replace the ship. We'll go for that. So far, we're doing all right.
Every last beast. We
we'll head out
are
from here.
the best. Pitch camp.
Replenish a little bit. So we're getting 2 skill points per turn. That's kind of nice. That's something that I really enjoyed about Radius, is that you were able to build up your characters very, very quickly. Although I think maybe that should only apply to Legendary Lords, not necessarily your bog standard Lord. Let's see here. Untainted. I think that's kind of important for us. That might help reduce the Chaos Corruption, because that's going up pretty high, and the higher that gets, I mean, it becomes a problem. Attrition kicks in.
My arrow flies.
Our public order goes down, and this is not good. And then you have to deal with Chaos Rebellions, and that's just ugly.
True servant of Sigma.
Okay, what do we got
Markus,
here?
Wulfhart.
I could probably afford 2 more troops in total. Weapon, these guys are anti-infantry. That might actually be nice. We've got a lot of spearmen and a lot of bowmen, so some more bodies to throw in front. Probably be good. And that won't bring us below 1,000, I don't think. Okay, good enough. We got 8k left. We're gonna have like almost 9.5k in the next turn. That'll be fine. I know that other army from Tlaxla just kind of disappeared out of nowhere. I'm curious where they're at, because I don't believe for a second that they're not out in this area here, unless I can see them very clearly elsewhere, but I don't think that's the case. So the first thing that we're going to build is going to be a guardhouse. And we'll also upgrade this to give us some extra money, which will give us another little bit of garrison troops there. And their army is already okay.
Wulfhart.
What do we have here? Oh, is that Nakai? Oh my god, it is Nakai. Can we be friends? No, we can't be friends. So I guess that's the thing that we can't do at all with Markus Wulfhart. We can't make alliances with Lizard Man. Well, what do you know? I learned something. Is he in a spaceship? Can somebody explain to me what this is? Okay. I don't know if you guys ever watched like Stargate or anything. That looks like one of those Goa'uld like mothership things. It's very strange to see Warhammer. It's not what I expected.
Wulfhart.
Alright, so public order is up by 2. Good, good, good. Public order should be just fine in this province for the time being. Treatable resources produced, that's nice. This will actually increase the building that we have going on in Tlaxla right now, so that's possible. I know that we will have some cavalry coming our way pretty shortly, so maybe, No, it's hard, and I know that Venrus went through a lot of these, but and I don't know if you know where the vanilla ends and where SFO begins, but there's some good choices here. I actually quite appreciate that. Let's see. Nah, we'll go with assembly line for now, maybe. Seaborne logistics, hunter's guild, assembly line. Let's do that.
Markus.
We're gonna wait here for another turn until I'm confident that this is gonna have a garrison that's capable of stopping whatever wandering army from Tlaxla is out there. I don't want to have to crawl all the way back here and deal with that. That would obviously be counterproductive. I can see that it's a floating pyramid for sure, Artorias. It's weird. It's not something that I expected to see out there. I thought Nakai was just like wandering around in a little horde, but apparently he's got this like this mothership that he retreats to and flies over the forest in, which, you know, good for him. I wish I could afford a mothership.
Markus.
All right.
Wulfhart.
We are back in business. I think we should be okay. I think if we were going to see them come down here, we probably would have seen them already.
Increase the
So,
pace.
tribal stance.
For the line.
We're going to go this direction. And try to get eyes on Tlaxla and see what's coming over. The sacrifice of the Wormbloods. Ooh, not very welcoming.
Warrior of Sigma.
He's fine. You have 0 special points. Okay. It's a nice little thing to know that I have there. A little visual marker for how many elites I have in my army. Wait, did Nakai just get destroyed? That sucks. See you, buddy. I was worried about him for a moment there because I know that his lord is very strong. Although Markus might not have much of a problem with him. Strong tax increase. What's not going to decrease my public order? Lower taxes for now. That's an investment, and ooh, that's getting bad there. I have to invest in some technology if there is any that exists. Maybe since we're going into enemy territory.
Very well.
Give myself 25% left. We'll offset the taxes by going into. Can we not do raiding? Oh, it's 50%. I didn't know that. It used to be, I think, 25% vanilla, but okay. There it is. There's that army. Okay, I'm no longer worried. Tlangsla is well defended. It's probably the best defended settlement we have right now.
Champion of the faith.
What's going on up here? So the Vampire Coast is getting a little bit strong. We may want to move against the Drowned at some point here, but I do want to secure this province first. And make sure that the lizard men, I'm so sorry, I'm sure they'd be very offended. Make sure that they're destroyed and our province is secure before we open up another front, I think. Because I don't want to get them to get too strong, and I do kind of want to link up with the colonies that are up here. That might allow me to maybe confederate them, or at least have them as like a buffer zone between me and I think it's Hexawaddle that's up to the north. Bye, crocodile. Yep. Goodbye, my friend. Yeah, I can't believe that happened. He had like a big army too, and Nakai ain't no joke, especially in SFO where single entity lords are very. Lords generally are very strong. They're all single entity, aren't they? Is he trying to recruit?
My arrow flies true. Hunt and forage.
There we go.
Markus, Wulfhart.
A little bit extra money there. Is anybody here? I'd be willing to pay the price to have a third army if someone had Untainted or something. That's really nice, actually, a Huntsman General like that. Yeah, nobody. Let's briefly take a look at this here. Missiles, cavalry, infantry. It's all very nicely organized. I like that. Library, colonial factors, Untainted. So Clergy of Sigmar. That'll probably open up as we get more of these. So I assume it's on. No, it gives me little arrows here that tells me. Okay, so grain silos should be my next thing. So maybe we'll abandon assembly line for now. Move to the grain silos. I don't usually like switching them after I've already committed, but.
Markus, Wulfhart. No time to waste.
Maybe we don't need to raid
Let's
right
go.
now. Maybe the better play is to go up here and try and confront these guys. Even if they come down and attack us, 8 versus
Markus,
17. I like those odds. I'll take that even if our troops are tired. Waiting for me to meet Grom? I hope I don't meet Grom. I don't know if you guys have seen my Eltharion campaign when I was playing on Radius, but Grom kicked my ass a lot. It was really very frustrating because he kept catching my undefended settlements, and then he'd like get mauled but still take the settlement, and so set me back 10 turns, and then I'd retake the settlement in like a turn or two later. Oh, I did that like 3 or 4 times, so I hope I don't meet Grom. I really, really hope not. Oh, another army up there. Interesting. So we managed to stop them. Maybe I can maybe I put myself right next to them. I'll be like, hey.
Agree. Hovering ground.
No. Tlangsla is undefended, and they're suffering chaos corruption too. So I wonder what's going on out here. Is there a chaos lord or something? Tlangsla, you could be a town. Hey, you sure can. You're not being threatened right now. Although, no, it's both the same. Cavalry, but that will increase the garrison there, so maybe I want to do that instead. Although if they get besieged, it'll throw them off for a turn. No, That'll be fine. Maybe that's the wrong call, but I do want to get Kara upgraded at least a little bit sooner so I can open up a new building slot and some other stuff. Make that a little bit more sturdy. Let's see what we got going on in chat here. Nice and quiet for you guys today. That's totally cool. I get wanting to just sit back on your weekday and not do too much, just sit there and enjoy.
Markus Wulfhart.
All right, so they probably have a big old garrison, don't they? It's not massive, but together they're more than enough. So
Increase the pace.
let's go out this way. Now this could be exactly what they want, but they won't be able to catch up to us. So then these guys won't be able to move in and sandwich us, so we might be able to catch them between our settlement here. Now, we're going to be dealing with a rebellion, so it might be a good idea to figure out where it's going to strike. That's another good reason to want to upgrade the Temple of Kara. That'll be ready to go in a couple of turns here, I think. 3 more turns. I wonder if they'd take a peace treaty. No, they definitely will. You can't do any diplomacy with them at all. Hey, Swamp Town, what's up, buddy? Oh, I guess I should capitalize on Calidor people. Why did they suddenly dislike me? I gave you money. I thought we were friends. What's the issue? They've just decided that they don't like me. Oh, okay. I guess it has to deteriorate back to 0, and then that's probably where it will stop. Well, whatever. I don't care about you anymore. I wasted 400 gold trying to get you to like me.
On the hunt.
Jesus. I took them on a date. I threw down 600 gold or 400 gold or whatever it was. They don't even call me back. Fuck you, Calidor. Are gonna attack us. That's a fair amount of Saurus. We do have a lord there. He can. What is he gonna do? Let's take a look. Mr. Ludendorff, or Ludenhof. Imperial Allegiance. That's really nice. Divine Power. This will be a tough one, but I think we have the necessary forces to deal with them. Halberdiers will be an important part of this. Now, they have anti-large, but they're also armor piercing. That's a big deal. Cavalry Bane, that's good to know. Let me just think here. Well, I can think on the loading screen. I'm pretty sure that we can win this. We'll need to keep our second line of crossbowmen well defended, but I think if we focus down, especially the Saurus warriors without shields, we should be able to whittle them down and then make our infantry advantage basically insurmountable. That's going to be the play here, I think, is whittle down the Saurus, fend off the feral cold ones with spearmen, and have some spearmen near the front line so they can like instantly reinforce in the event that the cold ones come for us. And then I can have one of my spearmen broken off to defend my archers. So that'll be important. Maybe I should have the 2 spearmen on the front line because they're shielded. That's a better idea. We'll use them to reinforce. Although, halberdiers, armor piercing, and the Saurus, I don't know. It won't really matter. We're not going to win this range strength alone, so I'll keep the halberdiers back so they're out of range of the skinks there. Because we won't really be able to focus on them, so our halberdiers will be pretty easy prey. If we're not too careful. I think that's the way to go. Look at this. This is ugly. Oh, we do have lots of spearmen, so it doesn't matter. The spearmen will be out front to absorb the charge bonus. And then we'll throw the anti-infantry troops in there behind them. You can be here. Halberdiers in the back to defend. And our lord will be basically right in the front. Nice little triple line here. Defense in-depth approach, as it were. I'm gonna draw back a little bit. Make him chase us. Get a little bit tired. take a look at the Huntsmartian troops. I haven't really had a chance to look at them. They look lovely. Little state troops here. They look kind of like Spanish, almost. Like they have like the colors of like older Spanish colors that I've seen from like medieval 1212. I don't know. Is it bad that I'm getting a lot of my history from video games? I guess that's the world we live in today. All right. What else can you do? You're just kind of there, okay? You just smash stuff. Arch Lector, do your thing. How is COVID-19 in my area? Oh, can I say COVID? Do I instantly get demonetized and censored because YouTube doesn't like to admit there's a pandemic? It's fine. We haven't had any new cases where I live. I live in Victoria, BC, so no new cases. That's really good. That being said, they are expecting a second wave, so it might be getting a lot more streams in the future come September and that sort of thing. So it's not so bad here. Things are still kind of shut down for the most part. We should see like things begin to open up a little bit later next month. But we'll see. Oh, that's gonna hurt. See if we can't make these cold ones rampage early on. Give a beating there. Alright, let's focus down the Saurus. Go. Send these troops over this direction. Try and focus down those Saurus as best we're able to. Yeah, they're really crashing in here, trying to overload the flank there. Send our general in to fight theirs. This is going to come down to these guys here. Deploy our halberdiers here to try and relieve some of the pressure. Swordsmen are out there where they don't want to be. That's not good. Send these guys in.
The Empire endures.
We'll try and focus down on our left, or our right wing rather, their left wing, and try and break up some of the Saurus because they're really doing well right now. Come on, my boyos. Use them decisively to Feral Cold Ones. We're kind of winning in the center, and that's good.
Crossbowmen, ready for war.
I think that's a good time to start to focus on these guys. We've managed to weaken a fair amount of their Saurus. I think we should be okay on this side, maybe.
Crossbowmen.
Halberdier's doing just fine against the Saurus. Uh-oh, that's bad news. These guys, we are kind of holding so far. These guys would say they're losing decisively, but here it says it's even.
Crossbows ready, General. Swordsmen. Loaded, sir. Crossbows ready, General.
Okay, so those cohorts, ski cohorts are now out of ammunition, so we're going to reform these guys on our second line here. Oh, this is looking pretty ugly for us.
Servant of Sigma.
We're starting to lose there in the center, which is surprising. Oh no, they're going to run right off the map. That's not good.
Crossbows ready, General. For Sigma, fire.
Halberdier's doing okay. These Feral Cold Ones coming back. Yeah, so these guys are starting to rampage.
Hammer of the Empire.
Managed to rout off one of the Saurus units, which is good.
By Ulrich's wrath.
We need a win somewhere though.
Ring of steel. Spearman. Yes, General.
And this big target here is really calling me. So crossbowmen, do your thing. Fast forward just a little bit here. Our general is still in really good health. If we manage to kill theirs, that's great. Our troops might just rout in spite of that. Halberdiers over here doing? Not so great.
Find your targets.
Now's the time to go switch focus here.
Crossbowmen.
We can maybe kill their general. We can kill the old blood. We might be able to turn this around. That might be the desperate kind of ploy here. Oh, doing it. Got a good shot on him.
We are Sigmar's heirs.
Need to make sure that he dies, though. That's the important part. If he dies, they get a morale shock. There we go.
Launch!
That's good news.
Sigmar, preserve us!
That's a routing here.
Conditions acceptable.
We might be able to cause a mass rout.
We will kill
Yeah, there we go. Might save it here.
We obey. Fight, men!
Need to rout these skinks. That's the important thing.
Sigmar, guide our
To get these guys. I think that's a win. Oh, we did it. It was looking pretty hairy there for a while, but sniping out their general, I think, was the right call. Yeah, we weren't going to be able to kind of make that work otherwise. Let's try and kill as many of them as possible. We might be able to wipe them out with Markus Wulfhart's army afterwards, because they'll probably retreat. I would think they would retreat towards their settlement. I think that's like the default with the AI, but you know, I could be wrong with that. I see breaking. Yes, yes indeed. But luckily it's of the other. It's of the other side. The enemy has been thoroughly defeated here. It's pretty impressive. I'm impressed with how well the Empire managed to hold on here. If we didn't have our Lord, though, that would have been a very different engagement. We would have broken before we were able to kill their Lord. That's 100% for sure. Oh, one more. How's that feel? Okay, now I have them here. Oops. I want to see what their split is. 8 armor-piercing missile damage, so that's pretty good. It was actually pretty good. Okay. That's a win. I'll take it. It's beautiful. I love it. Well done, Volgar Ludenhof. You've held the line. They managed to escape with a fair amount, though, so that army is still intact, but they did lose their lord, so that's important. Our old enemy, Wirim, we've finally managed to kill him. It's just a shame that it wasn't the Hunts Marshal himself who did it. General sniping is a valid strategy. I agree. It saved our bacon right there. Yes, indeed, James. SFO is back. They released their update today. It is now available in the Steam Workshop. Highly recommended that you go and check it out because there's very obviously a lot of tender loving care that has been given to this new installment. I know that one of the big things is that Venris personally went through like all of the Lord skills and did like 350 like new skills. So that alone is a feat. So hats off to that man. That's beautiful. But yeah, so we just barely managed to hang on there. Ah, glorious. I'm so happy. That would have really set our campaign back in a huge way. That would have like cut off most of our revenue. So excellent. And now we should be able to wipe out the remnants of Wirim's army, the late Wirim, with Markus Wulfhart's troops, which maybe we'll get lucky and we'll also draw out the garrison from Tlangslan, but I don't think so. I think we'll probably just have to siege it out, and we'll have to use, I don't know, maybe our second army to do so. There's really no point in bringing, if we manage to wipe out this army, there's no point in leaving Volgar Ludenhof at the Temple of Kara. We should just bring him and reinforcements with him to Tlangslan, because that's going to be a battle. That's going to be a pain in the ass, for sure. Time to do Imric's campaign. Enjoy yourself, Lucas. Imric is, I haven't played him on SFO, but he's a lot of fun. He's pretty good. And apparently they updated some of his dragon battles in SFO. So it's actually a legitimate challenge now. You can't just like farm dragons in the early game, so that's pretty cool. One day the loading screen will stop. But in the meantime, how's chat doing today? How's your Friday going so far? Hopefully it's going well. I forgot to like the stream call for a like spike. Thank you. I know I do appreciate that. If you guys do enjoy the content, make sure to like it. It just helps me out. Helps me get seen, I guess. Helps more people enjoy the content. So that is appreciated. Thank you very much, Dustin. You celebrated your graduation. What'd you graduate from? Is it like high school or college or? I'm bored, but I got something chill to watch. We're bringing together all kinds of people today, aren't we? We have the bored people, we have the people interested in SFO, people who are celebrating their graduation. I really am curious to know kind of what you graduated from, because that's a big deal. It doesn't matter if it's high school or college. Like, that's a big step in your life. So congratulations, my guy. Oh, and your sister graduates high school tomorrow? Well, congratulations to her. That's a huge step. Does she... I mean, it's not really my business what she plans to do after high school, but like, if she's going on to college or she's doing whatever, that's huge for her. That's a big step in your life. I remember when I first like left home and went to school. It's nerve-wracking, but it's just so exciting, because there's a whole other world out there that you like have only ever really heard about when you're in high school. That's just awesome. I'm really happy for her. Graduated high school, which is college in the UK in June. Yeah, obviously I'm from North America, so I call college, like post-secondary for me is college, but... Well, congratulations, guys. It sounds like a lot of people are graduating from high school. Congratulations. It's gonna be a wild ride from here on out, and I really hope that you guys enjoy it and you're ready for this next big step. Yeah, you know what? It really sucks for a lot of people with the pandemic going on. I know that that's just so disappointing, and I really took, like, all my celebrations and stuff, you know, my post-high school kind of jubilance and the parties and all that stuff. I really took that for granted, and something that everyone would get to experience, but now you guys kind of don't get to have that, or, you know, you don't get to have it right away at least, so that really sucks. Looks like they got a new lord, one who would be easily preyed upon by Markus Wulfhart. Let's see what they do.
Mobilize!
I bet you they try to come back up here. Oh, crap. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to go into ambush stance. That's a big oof. Well, it'd be like that. Play it as it lies, as it were. It's got a warhorse already. Cool. My defense is nice. Oh, he's got magic attacks too. I didn't notice that. He's got really good weapon damage too. What's the split? It's a lot of armor piercing. Damn. That'll be extra useful. Although, nope. Route Marcher. Fervent. Get that Chaos Corruption down in the province. Got 2 characters here who can do it. And now it's finally going down.
Fearless.
The orcs are coming. Okay. That's nothing I can really do anything about right now. What's this guy got? Still got 9 units. Car will be updated in 2 turns. Let's go ahead and pass that. You're gonna do VFX and game design. I am so jealous. I'm really, really jealous. I've wanted to do game design forever. I actually got accepted to a school, but unfortunately it's just too expensive. So you know what? You're living my dream. So fantastic. Good on you, man. He's back. Is he really back? Oh, you're joking me. Oh no, too many of them got away. Well, same thing applies. Our crossbowmen are our killing power anyway. So, well, we're gonna play it out. Can't auto-resolve that, unfortunately. Damn, can we pull out a miracle twice? I don't know if we can duel with Kroxigor Ancient the same way we could with Saurus Old Blood. Probably not. What we can do is try and shut down his army. That's what we can do. Imagine if you wouldn't have to pay for university. That would be lovely. I would love to go to Europe and just be able to have kind of my pick of the litter. Unfortunately, very different culture here in the... Well, I'm not in the US, I'm in Canada. But yeah, it's very different here. Our approach to that is... I think I would really love for more people to have the opportunity to go and pursue like their passions and the things that they could be genuinely like good at and like contribute to the field. But unfortunately, it's just not possible here in North America for everybody, which is a real shame. It's not so bad though. I will be going to back to university this September, and I will be studying education, and I'll be working on getting a degree in that. So I actually do get to kind of play a part in my own small way on contributing to the education of others. So you know what? I ain't mad. Let's see here. Is there any terrain I can kind of push them into? No. I can make them fight me this way. Why not? Stagger them a little bit.
Crossbowman for the Emperor. At speed. Sigma guides us.
Move them forward ever so slightly. The strategy is still the same. Turn that off. Let's see here. Oh, that guy's scary. I'm not happy about that. Look at this guy. What a bruiser. Okay. Well, I think what we might try to do is rampage those cold ones right away into spearmen. They're a little bit weaker here in the center, but that's why we've got our swordsmen here, because they're the strongest swordsmen unit. They'll be able to pick up the slack. As our wings are, they're looking pretty grim. But that's why he's here, and that's why our halberdiers are over here.
Missile troops.
We're going to be warming up a volley here for those skinks as they come into view.
Understood.
Okay, we got them good. Get a shot or two at the feral old ones, or cold ones, whatever.
Find your
Go.
target.
No, I don't care about the skink cohort. I do care about... No, where are the Saurus? The Saurus are the ones that I really want to kill. Because they are scary.
For the Empire. Attack.
Come here, boys.
Spearmen. Prepare for combat. Get ready.
Just skink cohorts for the most part. There are some Saurus. We'll be able to kill with them.
Quick march. Moving.
Looks like their lord is over here, so send our
Servant of Sigma.
troops over that direction.
Take
Deal with them.
aim.
I really want to kill off those feral ones, or cold ones, because they can be a pain.
Spot us the target.
Die already. One more volley, I'll do it.
Sigma, guide our fire.
Except for you guys, we're going to move you off here. Put some inflating fire into these guys here. We're going to split our fire now. Those feral cold ones are gone.
For Sigma.
Let's work on sniping out their lord.
Go.
Swordsmen in the center are holding decently against the depleted Saurus.
Yes, my lord.
Their lord is looking like he might rout. We can put some inflating fire into this lizard line. It's dead even still. This is gonna be a close one. But Victor Von, what's his name? I just need to rename him. What would you guys like to see this lord renamed to?
Crossbowman. Shoot.
I'm not sure if he dies. So he's gonna pull out of there, but we'll be able to shoot him. If he dies, then we're gonna get another morale shock, and we'll be able to kind of turn this around here like we did the last time. It's unlikely that they'll be coming back for seconds, or for thirds rather. Come on, boys. One more volley ought to do it. As It's a big old target. Oh, we're somehow missing him though. Oh, there we go. Wonderful. Finish off the Sar spears. That'll do. Sar spears are routing. Army losses should start to kick in for them pretty quick here. Yeah, there we go. That's another victory for us. That was a close one. Well, you know what? It wasn't that close. Honestly, I think that we had that in hand pretty well from the beginning. I didn't expect their Sars, or their Cruxor Ancient, rather, to go down the way he did, but I ain't gonna complain about it. Damn, those crossbowmen, though. Did they get 10 kills? Oh, not that many. I guess there were like too many units in this particular battle, but damn, they did a lot of HP damage, and that's what matters, really. Well, they're out of here. Markus should be able to wipe them out in the next turn. I hope! That's what I thought the last time, but, you know, then I goofed. I deleted the thread that we fought on months ago. Oh, who knows? Months ago. I don't even know what it was an argument about, but obviously not that important if I don't remember. Bald Egghead. Well, in the absence of other suggestions for the name of my lord, Victor von what's his name, I shall name him Bald Egghead, just because you asked. Or I can name him Victor von what's his name. I don't know, whatever you guys prefer. Now, we have a few new people in the chat here. For those of you that are just joining us, we are playing on the SFO update. I can't even remember what they call it. I think it's something for everyone. There are some massive sweeping changes that come to it. This is probably one of the biggest updates I think the mod has gotten since I've been interested in playing it. Tons of new skills. I believe Fentress went through 350 skills personally, which is Herculean, to say the least. Sweeping changes to a lot of the races, especially the meta in terms of making large single entities and monsters and things like that a little bit less, what's the word I'm looking for? Significant, I guess, in terms of like overall balance. So now you're going to have a lot more counters to large monster spam and things like that, which is going to shake it up a little bit. Which I think is a good thing. I don't know if you guys watch Legend of Total War stuff, but he can get very, very far spamming nothing but the large monsters, and I don't think that that's going to be the case in the new SFO update. And as a medieval player, I happen to like making very balanced armies, so it's nice to know that those kinds of things are going to be a little bit more viable moving forward, not just the big monster spam. So that's really cool. But yeah, there's, like the title of the new update for SFO says, there's something for everybody. So I recommend you check it out. On the Steam Workshop, easy to download, one click and you're done. He is a mad lad. Absolutely. How do we do there? Only 9 kills for Victor von what's his name? That's to be expected. We didn't really take that much in terms of losses either. Like we picked the right targets and we went hard on them really quickly, and they just they couldn't keep up. The Empire infantry in this with the swordsmen, especially with the anti-infantry bonus, damn, they shred skinks. Look at that. Those skinks are like some of the first in there. They were the lizard men units to draw first blood, and they got almost nothing done. So very impressed with how the Empire units are looking so far. This is my first time playing as the Empire ever, not just an SFO. So far it's been a pleasant experience. Heroic victory. Beautiful. Victor von what's his name gonna get all kinds of experience. Beautiful. Is there something for pacifists? You know what? You got me there. Maybe there isn't. Yeah, I don't think you could win through like cultural or economic means. So you're right. Okay, fine. There isn't something for literally everyone, but most people. Star Dragon spam is your favorite. Yeah, that's really viable with Imric too. Like I've had fun games with Imric where I managed to get dragon upkeep down to like the same level as Spearman. Oh god, that's funny. If you spec right and you get the right tech, then it's totally possible, at least in vanilla. Waiting out the last little sliver, and then we can get back to our lives as normal. And try and hunt down what remains of Ijaridan's army. God, just as a completely unrelated tangent, I love the voice acting for the Lizardmen. I could listen to that all day. That could put me to sleep. It's fantastic. And I'd love to know exactly how they created a lot of that stuff in post, because like obviously they have a talented voice actor, but that's not all there is to it. Being quite interested in voice acting myself, I'd love to know how they did that, and I'd love to apply the techniques to my mod moving forward. Let's get him! Marcus, yes, yes. Oh, beautiful.
For the Empire!
That's an easy one right there.
Bring out the nooses. I've no time for human
Punishment.
baggage.
I don't want to do that.
On the trail. Markus, Wulfhart. Protector of
Now, he's level 3. We can get him some decent stuff. Empire's finest. So melee defense does also go up to attack as well. Oh, that's pretty decent. Get some flagellance in there. I think this guy could have like a pretty strong army. We're also going to get untainted. Maybe now is the time. No, I can't really afford it though, can I?
Markus, Wulfhart.
And the rebellion is going to be here in the next turn.
Marcus,
So we'll be able to stomp the rebellion in the next turn, I hope. I wonder why it chose the Temple of Kara. Probably because it was the first settlement I had in this province, and without having the provincial capital, maybe that's what it defaults to. That's important information to know for predicting, you know, where these things are going to show up. I guess you can always just click on. It'll tell you what province it's going to show up in, like what specific area if you just click on the right button. But still, I like to know these things. Oh, come on! Oh, they have mortars? Oh god, we're screwed. Oh, man. Oh, that's bad. I don't know if I can beat the mortars. We're gonna have to spread out big time to try and fight that. We can beat them in infantry probably. I can focus down their skirmishers, but oh, the cavalry as well. This is gonna suck. Well, we fight it. This is real contested territory, isn't it? Sisters of Avalorn spam. Yeah, that's another thing that you can do. Is like Sisters of Avalorn spam with like a light wizard or something. God damn, is that brutal. Unfortunately, I don't have any forest to hide in. My area happens to be very bare. The attackers always get the forest, at least in this particular map. I can't run away. Unfortunately, it's a settlement garrison, so there is no option to run away. And my lord is inside the settlement, so he can't flee either. Good thing I didn't spend any money on troops for him. Oh, I would have lost that investment. They don't have, like, good cav in this, but... I fully expect them to move forward. Maybe... I don't know. We could like send sacrificial troops out in like waves and try and buy time for our skirmishers to get things done. I don't know. I don't know. Their cavalry is something I can't really do anything about. I'll have to just shoot them down, which won't be too hard. But the fact that they have 2 mortars just do crazy damage to infantry, especially like lightly or like medium armored infantry like the Empire troops. They're just really effective. I don't know. This is gonna be a tough one. I don't see us coming out on top, but we will be able to avenge the fall of Victor Von what's his name. Okay, so our important troops for fighting their spearmen are going to be these guys. So the sacrificial lambs are going to be our shielded spearmen out front. We're going to spread them out so they don't take as much damage. Victor Von, what's his name, will be here. These guys slightly forward. I want to be like mindful of the fact that there will be overshot, especially if these guys are moving forward. So I don't want to get them too close.
Weapons at the ready!
Put these guys here.
By Ulrich's Rock! Missiles at the ready!
And a reserve unit like that, I suppose. It's not terrible.
Ready to serve.
If I keep my lord out in front, they'll shoot at him first.
Halberdiers!
It's possible.
Ready!
Let's try that. I might be able to juke out some of the shots because he actually has a horse.
Speed. Double time. At once.
He
Quickly
doesn't
now.
turn very well, though, does he?
By Golmarest!
As you say. I have my orders.
We'll leave them out of position.
Immediately.
Ooh, that hurt.
Without delay. At once.
They're standing up to that better than I thought they would.
Speed. Without
Try and
delay.
juke it if we can. He doesn't turn very easily, though. It's easier to do with flying units.
Immediately. Double time. In the Emperor's name. As you say. With speed. At once. Immediately.
Alright, we should melt them nice and easy. Going after our spearmen. It's not good. We should break them.
Without delay.
Oh, it's going after my crossbows. It's bad news bears. Okay, they're routing. He took a lot of damage from those pistoliers, though.
Finding range, sir! For Sigma! Fire! Take aim!
Oh, I managed to juke it out slightly.
The Empire endures!
With pleasure. At speed.
The Empire endures! The Empire endures! Sigma!
Get in there, lads.
Soldiers of the Empire! Take position! Sigma!
Looks like triple team these guys.
Formation! Ah!
Get you out of there. Oh, they're going after our front line. Yeah, that's tough.
Moving! With speed!
Get this guy over here, though.
With haste!
Get him to inspire the troops.
Moving now!
Get out this direction, we'll be okay.
We are Sigma's heirs!
Very well.
Yeah, they're switching.
Armed and ready! The Empire endures!
Quickly now. In the name of Sigma.
Maybe we can break these troops here. A rear charge from our general. So it's gonna have to be our desperate gamble.
Missile infantry!
Come on, boys. Shoot at him.
Take aim!
By Galvaras.
Yeah, attack in the rear here will be enough.
For Heldenhammer!
Okay, that should be enough to break them permanently. Yeah, maybe. Yep, we got routing.
Double time.
Move forward, take that out.
Withdraw!
At once. With speed.
And our lord here will be able to get rid of them, see them off for good. Maybe, maybe. Oh god, go faster. Okay, they're routing.
Brothers.
Spearmen!
These guys attack them in the rear as well.
By Ulrich's
Oh, I need to spread them out or they're gonna die.
at speed! For France!
Yeah, for France, do it.
I do not fear
We'll
death.
let these guys here. They're generals nearby though, so I don't think that that's gonna happen.
With pleasure. Very well. Swordsman. Yes, General.
Crossbows ready, General!
Let's get them through there.
For Sigma!
These guys are routing again.
By Sigma.
Just need to have him in the area. Go, rout them off.
Of the Empire!
Be able to use these guys to deal with the reinforcements. Should be able to kill that artillery crew pretty quickly.
Missiles at the
Ooh. Well, this is a tough one, guys.
They will die!
What do you mean? I have my orders.
The braking there, that's good.
We are Sigma's heirs!
By the twin-tailed comet.
Go!
Oh, from Sniper Lord. That'd be bad.
Swordsman! Attack!
That's my imagination. To be realized.
Yes, my lord!
Desperately alive.
For Sigma! Fire! Ready for orders.
Might be able to kill these guys. We route these guys off quickly, and I think the presence of more routing troops here might cause these guys to break.
Yes, sir!
Some shots in the rear there. Pull our general out. Bring him back this way. Might have a chance. Let's get rid of these guys first.
Get to the faithless.
Be careful, you guys.
Crossbowmen!
Careful,
At
you guys.
speed! Now!
These guys stay gone. Okay, those guys are shattered.
With speed!
Get him back here.
Ready for war!
You guys need to get out of
Take
the way.
the ground!
Have battle! Attack!
Now, he doesn't have much of an army left. So we should see army losses kick in, but he's also really high health. Time to get our troops in there.
Shoot it!
Stop them!
Shoot these pipers as they come back in. Deal with what remains of these guys.
War!
If we can kill him, this will be over.
State troops ready!
Don't give them an inch!
Go. They should shatter on the next one.
Get them!
I'm
No
gonna pull these guys out first. We need the road here. We can kill this guy. Crossbowmen should be enough to route them. They'll be able to hold things. Alright.
Standing by! Sir! Sigma!
Get in there, lads. You can do it. The crossbowmen can just deal with them as they come out. So we're gonna reform here. We might have one more wave come back. Now it's starting to swing. Boom! I can't believe you pulled that off. Oh, I love it. There's no reason that we should have won that fight at all. I'm so shocked. Alright, well, let's kill this guy. That's ridiculous. I can't believe you pulled that off. I wish he would just die already. Yeah, that's one of the things that Warhammer does seem to struggle with, is like mass mobbing one single entity that's running away. Specifically, that's running away. And it doesn't seem to be able to handle it very well. Are they both on horses? Oh, he's on foot. Should be able to get him. Jeez, he's fast. Cool little thing about this is that when you're running down routing troops like this, you actually get your charge bonus as extra damage, which doesn't really mean too much for a lord like this, but boom, there he goes. Dead. Heroic victory. Amazing. I can't believe we pulled that off. Yeah, thank you, Abba. That felt pretty epic. I can't believe we managed to charge into the teeth of their guns and break through on that left wing and then manage to follow that up into their artillery pieces and wipe them out. Like, that was crazy. That's crazy good. Do I have any guilt about playing Puppet Master and sending all these state troops to their deaths while I act in complete safety? You know what? I've been thinking about that for a real long time. I've been playing like StarCraft and RTS games for like most of my life. And I've come to the conclusion that, you know, I really don't care that much about it. That's a good question, though. I should feel bad. You know what? Their tiny digital lives, they do matter. And this is... yeah. But, you know what? I don't worry about it. I don't even think about it. They did well. And without me, they wouldn't have won that battle. So, you know what? It's a symbiotic relationship between myself and the endless waves of sprites that I send to their deaths. They find purpose in carrying out my commands, and I make sure that I lead them to victory. Most of the time. Some of the time. It's about 40, 60. Yeah, that was a real close match. Let's see. We'll play a few more turns here. Haven't really managed to get our first settlement, or our first full province. And that's next on my list. I really do want to get that before we close down the stream for today. So let's do that. Let's try and go for Tlaxlan, or Tlaxlan, whatever it is. I suppose if you're trying to pronounce it like authentic Mayan, the X is like a sh, so... I don't know, I looked into it a while back when I did like my first Lizardmen campaign. I was like, damn, I'm gonna nail these pronunciations, and that's kind of what I remember. I don't know if that's accurate or not. Except when I see Grom. You know what? Don't say things like that, because he will show up. You say his name 3 times, and then Grom shows up with a stack of friggin' snot wagons, or snot like pump wagons, and then your whole campaign is ruined. You can't do things like that. I'm on a hot streak here. You can't ruin this for me. Mortar is very powerful. Not just in SFO, but like maybe SFO buffs it up a bit, but like against lightly armored troops, damn, that thing is strong. And the fact that we managed to like shut it down the way we did really came down to the AI trying to blow up our missile troops and not focusing our front line. If they'd have melted our front line with those things, would have been over. So we were able to get our general behind, because that bought us a little bit extra time, rout off their wings, drive them back, and keep that pressure on. Oof. It was close though. Grom and his 70 to 80 melee skill low tier Gavos. It boggles my mind that managed to make it in, but yeah, it's a little bit weird. How long does JMonster seeing himself have a YouTube channel? It's always been a hobby for me. It's been a hobby for me since I was like, I think since I was like 23 or 24 or something like that, and it will be a hobby for me for a long time to come, I expect. Hi, Giancarlo. How's it going, my friend? I don't know if you're just joining us, but you missed a hell of a game. A hell of a game where we managed to take on a rebel army armed with artillery and cavalry, and we still beat them. Goddamn. Steel and Faith minus the powder. Indeed, we are playing as Markus Wulfhart. We don't have any of our cool gunpowder units just yet, but we will have them eventually, I think. Hey, no, maybe not. The crossbows, and I feel like crossbows and huntsmen probably see me through most of the threats that I'm going to face in Lustria. Maybe if we move on to like fighting dark elves or like chaos, I think we'll probably need gunners for if they show up at some point. Yeah, so far we don't really need the gunpowder. It's just kind of an optional extra, at least in my early game experiences here, which probably aren't really applicable to later like mid game and late game stuff. Yeah. Get the hell out of here, you jerk off. This garrison at the Temple of Kara. What a bunch of heroes.
The expedition is
Let's
eager.
finish this guy. Had enough of you.
For the Empire.
It's an easy one. Scarecrow banner. That's kind of neat. Give that to these guys. That makes the most sense.
Your deaths shall be a warning.
Covering ground. Markus Wulfhart.
Go, pop them down like that.
Sigmarite Archlector.
Recruit from Imperial Supplies. No. That will go to you.
Flies through.
I can't afford them. Damn. Maybe if I drop some of the archers, I could probably afford that. Oh, that'll set us back a few turns. Did I get... Oh, cool. We took a mortar from them? Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. I didn't know that was a thing. What do I got here? Tutogen Guard. Ooh, some damn nice stuff in here. Goodness me. I definitely want some Empire Knights, though. Those would be really nice to have. And I guess... Can I afford it? I can't. Okay. Well, our finances are just going to have to suck for a little bit.
The scouts shall never fall.
Repair everything. Common Temple, +1 public order in my adjacent provinces. That will get rid of the corruption. You know what? I think we kind of don't have a choice here. I think that Common Temple is probably the best thing we can do. That'll give us a garrison. We're okay with the basic troops that we have right now, plus the extras that we've gotten from the Imperial provinces. So that is good. Markus Wulfhart getting some extra stuff. Let's use that. Brass lunged. I tend to use him like away from the army for the most part, or like in a flanking position, so maybe that's not too important. I think now's a good time to focus. Ooh, charge bonus. That's really nice for our Empire Knights. Missile strength, great cannon, a lot of steel, pistol core. Missile strength for crossbowmen. Yes, let's do that. I think that's the play for now. And this guy has some skill points as well.
Loyal or not, they better fight.
Let's see here. Try and combat this public order penalty that we're getting. Part of it is from the devastation, and we have a lot of corruption here.
Mission
But these two guys should be able to bring that
Markus,
down
Wulfhart.
in the next few turns. Banishment spam. Yeah, I would like to have some wizards, but we're working on that. Oh, now you want to be friends. You're gonna give me 100 gold after all of the trouble you put me through. Yeah, you know, okay, why not? Why not? We'll have... No, I'm just kidding. You're gonna die.
It's war, you.
Who just declared war on me? But why? It's because I wouldn't be your friend. They would. What did they ask me for? They didn't ask me for anything. I tried to give them a peace treaty. Whatever. Public order. That's nice. I mean, you got me by the balls here. I have to take that, don't I? Favor of Sterling. Diverted funds. 15% cost. Cover reports. Ostlin. Heightened tensions. I don't want to do that. No. Cut the military budget. Diverted funds. It's only for 5 turns. I don't think we're going to be recruiting for 5 turns. So let's go with that.
Agreed.
Agreed. I really think they should have got Sean Connery to voice this guy. Oh god, that would just make my life complete.
Camp.
Pitch camp. Markus Wulfhart. I would just... Oh, I would die. Anyway, we'll pass the turn. What time are we at? Just about 6 o'clock my time. I think what'll probably end up happening is it's going to take us a few turns to get up to Talaxland in a state to actually lay siege to it. So we'll probably get within striking distance of Talaxland, and then we will call it a day.
Very well.
54? Oh, no, that's as far as
Move,
I'm gonna
comrades. A defensible spot.
go. A defensible spot. I think the guy who's like...
Wulfhart.
I think the guy is like trying to... I think he's trying to... what's the word I'm looking for? Make an impression of Connery? He sounds like he's deliberately trying to sound like Sean Connery, so maybe that's where I'm getting this sudden desire from. God, this just kills me. That's just really funny. Dinner time soon for you? Well, enjoy your dinner. We'll be probably finished up pretty soon here. These guys just want to declare war on me. Of course they do. Of course they do. What is happening here? Oh no. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's really bad. Well. Oh man. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, they've got that Wog, they've got Frenzy. We can't take those units head on. Oh man, I can't fight them at all. Oh, I don't even think Markus is... Oh, maybe Markus is armed to beat them. Those Savage Arc Boar Boys, those are anti-large. Oh. Biggins are anti-large. I thought it was just the Biggins that were, but apparently not. Damn. Damn. That's a tough one. I think we'll have to leave that for the next episode and we'll see what happens there. Yeah. Oh man. God, out of the frying pan into the fire. We beat back several different armies and hordes from the gates of the Temple of Kara, and now Tlanxla, the city I thought that was the most safe of my 2 so far, gets attacked by that. I've never even seen this guy before. He just came out of nowhere and he's like, yo, I hate you, I'm gonna take your stuff. Alright then. I'll go ahead. We're gonna save it right there. I hope you guys have enjoyed this this first episode of SFO Grimhammer. The update is out for everybody to enjoy, so I highly recommend that you go and do so. Obviously, a lot of tender loving care has been put into it. Hope you guys enjoyed this so far, and hope you join me for whatever comes next. Probably we're gonna have a reforged siege up on the channel next. I am still working on the cinematic for that because, you know, I just like to do that every once in a while. Yeah, we'll see. Hope you guys have enjoyed this.